but she didn't answer it. She looked at me, a deep meaningful look, and declined the call. Then she turned back, a small smile on her face. Mom, she said softly, it's about time. I returned her smile, a faint one of my own. The moment had finally arrived. Emily stood up, gave me one last inscrutable look, and then did something that stunned every single person watching the live stream. Emily stood up, her hands trembling slightly, not with fear, but with a quiet resolve that cut through the tension of the live stream. For 12 years, she wore the mask of the selfless daughter, the one who sacrificed everything for her paralyzed mother. In that moment, as she stared down at me, the mask slipped. Her eyes, once warm and full of faint concern, turned cold and sharp like shards of glass. About time, indeed, she echoed, her voice low and steady. She pulled a small USB drive from her pocket and held it up, the metal glinting in the sunlight, streaming through the balcony windows. You wanted the world to see the truth, Mom. Fine, let's show them the truth. She turned toward the living room, where Ryan was still sprawled on the couch, yelling into his phone as he played his game. Ryan, get over here. It's time to stop pretending. Ryan looked up, scowling. What now? Can't you see I'm in the middle of? Shut up and listen, Emily snapped. For the first time in the live stream, there was no trace of her usual gentleness. No more soft smiles, no more self-blame. Just raw, unfiltered anger. The cameras are rolling. Mom wanted the world to judge her, but they're about to judge us all. Ryan frowned his game. Forgotten cameras? What the hell are you talking about? Journalist, Mom invited. Emily said, nodding toward the hidden cameras we all knew were there. Now, she asked him to live stream everything for 3 days. She wanted everyone to think she's a monster for giving me nothing. And you 8 million. But she knew I'd find the cameras. She knew I'd finally have the courage to tell the truth. A Saturday in my wheelchair, silent, watching as the comment section exploded. Wait, what's happening? Is Emily finally snapping? Did she just say she knew about the cameras? The plot twist I didn't see coming. Tell the truth about what? Emily ignored the chaos online. She plugged the USB drive into her laptop, which sat on the coffee table, and pulled up a video. The screen flickered to life, showing footage of our old house, the one that had been bought out for $8 million. But this wasn't footage from recent years. It was 12 years old, from the day I was paralyzed. The video was shaky, filmed from a hidden corner of the kitchen. I could see myself standing at the stove, cooking dinner. Then the door slammed open. My husband David stumbled in, drunk and angry. He was yelling about money, about debts, about how he couldn't take care of a cripple. If something happened to me, David, please, I begged in the video, my voice trembling. We can work this out. The kids are upstairs. Work it out. He laughed, a bitter sound. How you think I'm going to spend the rest of my life? Wiping your ass if you end up in a wheelchair? Hell no, I'm leaving, and the kids are coming with me. Just then, Emily, only 16 at the time, ran into the kitchen. Dad, don't go, Mom needs you. David pushed her aside. Stay out of this, Emily. You're coming with me. Ryan too. I'm not going with you, Emily screamed. I'm staying with Ma'am. Ryan, who was 14, peeked around the corner. David turned to him, his voice sharp. Ryan, choose me or your mother. Ryan hesitated for a split second, then ran to David's side. I'll go with you, Dad. I don't want to stay with a cripple either. The comments section went silent. Then all hell broke loose. Oh, my God, Ryan said. That 12 years ago. He was just a kid, but that's still horrific. But wait, what about Emily? She defended her mom. Why is she showing this now? Emily hit pause on the video. That's not even the worst part, she said. She clicked on another file, and the footage changed. This time, it was from the night of my accident. I was driving home from the grocery store. Emily in the passenger seat. Ryan was supposed to be with us, but he'd snuck out to meet David, who'd come back to town to pick him up. The video was filmed from the dashboard camera I'd installed after David left, something I'd never told anyone about. It showed a truck swerving into our lane, hitting us head on. The impact was brutal. I screamed. Emily cried out, and the car spun off the road. When the dust settled, I was trapped in the driver's seat, my legs crushed. Emily was relatively unharmed, though she had a gash on her forehead. She climbed out of the car and ran to my side, sobbing. Mom, are you okay? I'll call an ambulance. But before she could, David's car pulled up. He and Ryan got out. David looked at me, then at Emily, and sneered. See, I told you she'd end up a cripple. This is why I left. Ryan stood beside him, nodding. I told you we shouldn't have stayed with her, Dad. David turned to Emily. Come on, get in the car, we're leaving. You don't want to be stuck with her. Emily shook her head, tears streaming down her face. No, I'm not leaving, Mom. I'll take care of her, I promise. David laughed. You'll regret it. Taking care of a paralyzed person is a full-time job. It'll ruin your life. He grabbed Ryan's arm and pulled him into the car. As they drove away, Ryan leaned out the window and yelled, have fun wiping her ass, Emily. You're stupid for staying. Emily turned back to the laptop, her eyes glistening with tears. That's the son you gave $8 million to, Mom. The son who called you a cripple when he was 14, who never visited you, who never even apologized. And that's the daughter you treated like garbage for 12 years. The daughter who kept her promise, who dropped out of college to take care of you, who worked 3 jobs, who divorced her husband, who ruined her own life because she thought you needed her. The comment section was a mix of shock, anger, and confusion. But why did Emily do all that? If she knew Ryan said that, why did she pretend to be so devoted? And why did the mom give Ryan the money? Wait a second, this still doesn't make sense. If Emily was so good, why is she mad now? Emily clicked on another video. This one was from a year ago, filmed in my bedroom. I was asleep, or so Emily thought, but I was awake, listening to her talk on the phone. Mark, I can't keep doing this, she whispered. Taking care of her is killing me. I'm exhausted. I have no life, no friends, no future. Mark's voice came through the phone, muffled but angry. Then leave her. Emily, I told you I'd take you back if you cut her out of your life. She's a leech. She's ruining you. I can't can't leave her yet, Emily said. Not until the property is sold. The lawyer said it could happen any day now, once we got the money. Wait, Mark asked. You think she's going to give you the money after how she's treated you? She's never loved you, Emily. She's always loved Ryan more. Emily laughed, cold, bitter sound. Oh, she'll give it to me. She has too. I've spent 12 years playing the devoted daughter. I've made her famous. Everyone thinks I'm a saint. If she doesn't give me the money, the world will hate her. She'll have no choice. She paused, then added, and if she does give it to Ryan, well, I have proof. Proof of everything. Proof that he called her a cripple. Proof that he never cared. Proof that I was just a pawn in her little game. I'll ruin him. I'll ruin both of them. The live stream chat went silent. Then the messages started pouring in. Oh, my God, Emily was pretending this whole time. She didn't take care of her mom out of love. She did it for the money. That's why she never complained. She was just biding her time. The mom knew that's why she gave the money to Ryan. I finally spoke, my voice calm, but loud enough to be heard over the chaos. I knew, I said, I'm known for a long time. Emily turned to me, her face pale. What I knew, you were pretending, I said. I knew you hated every minute of taking care of me. I knew you were only doing it for the money. How, she whispered, because I'm not just paralyzed. I said, I'm not stupid. I saw the way you looked at me when you felt I wasn't paying attention. The resentment, the anger. I heard you on the phone with Mark. I read your journal, where you wrote about how much you hated me, how you couldn't wait for me to die so you could get the money. I paused, then added, and I knew about the dashboard camera. I saved the footage. I knew what Ryan said, what David did, but I also knew that you weren't a saint. Everyone thought you were. You stayed with me because you thought it would make you rich. You divorced Mark because he was standing in your way. You pretended to love me because it was convenient. Ryan, who had been silent this whole time, finally spoke up. You knew I didn't mean what I said. You knew Emily was lying. I looked at him. I knew you were a child, a scared, stupid child who didn't know any better. I knew David manipulated you. I knew you regretted it because you've been sending me money every month for the past 5 years anonymously. But I recognized your handwriting on the checks. I knew it was you. Ryan's eyes widened. You knew.